Welcome back to this week's episode of the Yellow Couch Stories. I am your host, Brittany Montgomery, also known as the Disruptor. And today we have a significant treat for you. We welcome a woman whose voice, presence, and personality have shaped the media landscape across the DMV and beyond. Autumn Joi is a creator, award-winning radio and television host, Fox 5 contributor, sorry, I think of Dallas, actor, entrepreneur, and the powerhouse behind the Autumn Joi live show. For more than 15 years, she has captivated audiences with her authenticity, charisma, and ability to connect deeply with people across generations. She has brought her voice to major platforms from TMZ and MSNBC to TV One and News One, and has become a trusted presence on red carpets, in community spaces, and in living rooms every Thursday at 8 p.m. Her work has earned her honors, including Radio Personality of the Year, Best Talk Show, and her very own Autumn Joi Day in Prince George's County. Ooh, look at you.
I got a lot going on.
But beyond the microphone, Autumn is a champion for women and youth. Through the Autumn Joi Live Foundation, she supports foster youth, single mothers, and unhoused women, using her platform not just to entertain but to transform lives. I love that. Her journey embodies the spirit of the Yellow Couch Stories, women who face adversity, rise with intention, and use their voice to open doors for others. So, Autumn Joi, welcome to the Yellow Couch Stories.
Wow, sorry you had to read all of that. Condensed it.
I love being an armor bearer. I love telling our audience who we're dealing with today. Hold on, just got it.
No, I feel you. Listen, you got it.
So you've been a recognizable voice and face in media for over 15 years.
Yeah.
So when you think back, who was Autumn Joi before the mic? Like, what pulled you toward radio in the first place?
Oh, that's a good question. I've always been like a radio girly. So I grew up in Prince George's County, and we grew up on like the Live Squad. I grew up on Michelle Wright, Jeannie Jones.
Oh, okay.
Some of like the great radio personalities in the DMV area. So all I did was listen to the radio. And I'll never forget my grandma, she sent me this little black tape recorder. And back then you had to push the play and record at the same time. And that's how old I am. The cassette tape in, and so I would hold it up to the radio and record the song and then come back and say, that was Aaliyah, I'm Autumn Joi. So I've always had an interest in radio. I just didn't know how to hone that in.
Right.
It wasn't until I was driving down the street one day and I heard them soliciting for interns.
Oh, wow.
On the radio. And I was like, you know what? I can do that. I can give that a shot. Yeah. And so I went in and became Donnie Simpson's intern, So that's just kind of where it started. So before all of that, I would just say I was just a girl that wanted to be doing what I'm doing now. I love that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And good for you for recognizing that opportunity driving in the car. So Midday Love became more than a nickname. It became a brand. Mm-hmm. What did that era teach you about connection, audience trust, and your own voice?
So if you think of the big celebrities like Rihanna, she has her Navy. Yeah. Beyonce has her Beehive, right? Yeah. And so I always told myself, I said, well, look, when I tap into my audience, I want them to feel like they're talking to a friend. I want them to feel comfortable listening to me. Yeah. And so when you're thinking of, okay, what can I say? Who can I be? What can be my tagline? And I was like, well, you know what? Midday. I'm in the midday. I love radio. Midday love. Midday love.
I love that.
And so I just, hey, it's your Midday Love. Autumn Joi Live just became my thing. Mm-hmm. And I just wanted to, for of course, brand recognition, but I just wanted my audience to feel comfortable with me.
Yeah, I love that. So the Yellow Couch Stories is about women who have faced real adversity and kept going. What's one moment in your journey where things almost fell apart, and how did you push through?
Oh, girl, how much time do we have?
We got as much time as you need.
I'll say a big significant part of my journey that was a hard pause. I was living in New York.
Okay.
And I was working with thisis50.com, working very closely with 50 Cent, the whole G Unit crew. I had a show called The Weekly Recap, that garnered hundreds and thousands of views on the website. I was on Shade 45, with the Gomez brothers, co-hosting with 50 Cent every now and then. So in the grand scheme of things, I was doing great, right? Well, they decided to switch management on This Is 50. And so they cut what I was doing, my little program. So I had to come back home to DC. And so when I came home, obviously no radio stations were hiring. So I went from New York to back home, and I had to get a job. Like I had to go work at Enterprise Rent a Car. And I know, bro. But listen, here's the thing. That was such an integral part of my journey. Yeah. Because at the time, I'm feeling like I failed, right?
Right.
Every time I'm checking somebody in their car, they're like, "Oh, has anybody told you sound like you could be on the radio?" And I'm like, "Yeah, here's your receipt. Get out of my." You know what I mean? Like it you get down on yourself.
Right.
But it really helped me build character.
Right.
It taught me how to be more of a people person.
Right.
I was in the management trainee program, so I learned how to do paperwork and how to be organized.
Wow, yeah.
And all of those things that I utilize now.
Right.
All these years later.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I never gave up on my dream. Maybe I wasn't on terrestrial radio. So I started my own internet radio show called, Star Power Radio. And so I was still making sure that I was doing something within the field that I love. And it may not have been the glitz and glam that I was used to, but I was still doing something, that made me happy.
Yeah, I love that. So you worked across radio, TV, and digital with Fox 5, TMZ, MSNBC, TV One, News One. What has it really meant to navigate those spaces as a Black woman with a distinct personality and voice?
Well, you know what? I think because I have a distinct personality, that's why I've been able to be in those spaces and kind of navigate. But to your point, being a Black woman, you do have to be a little bit more careful to not play into those tropes, right? To not do the girlfriend, all of that, but still be myself.
Exactly.
Still make sure that I'm representing for Black women. Still making sure that I'm representing for young girls that are watching and paying attention. One thing I'll never do is not speak up on a subject or say something because of who the other panelists are or because of what the network is. I'll still say what I gotta say, but I'll keep it in the format for whatever platform I'm on, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So it's just it's just learning how to navigate.
I watch to navigate too.
Exactly.
That comes with maturity.
Yeah. Because if I could be candid, if I'm on a panel with majority Caucasian people, of course I know, like, okay, I got to make sure, I'm going to still say what I want to say, but in a way that they can really
in
understand.
A different way. Yeah.
Whereas if I'm on a panel with Black folk, I can say what I want to say, give it a little sass, sprinkle some seasoning on there, and still get my point across. So it's all about just knowing your audience and paying attention to your surroundings.
Yeah, I love that. So have you ever felt pressure, and we kind of talked about this, to tone down your authenticity to fit into corporate media spaces? Like, how do you handle that? Like, have you ever been told this subject is off limits, or we're not going to talk about this, or anything like that? And how do you handle that?
Oh, no, girl, I don't tone it down. I'll give you an example. Like, literally the other day, there was a story that came out with Burna Boy and how he got upset with the girl that was sleeping.
That was taking a nap.
Yeah, and so we were talking about it on a panel, and I was the only Black girl on the panel, and so the other guests were like, "Oh, it was well within his rights. She shouldn't have fallen asleep." Blah 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 blah. And I'm thinking to myself, this woman just lost her baby daddy. She's a Black woman with multiple kids. The baby daddy was very active. Like, no, so I really came from that perspective as a mama bear. I said, well, I hear what you all are saying, but on the flip side of that coin, you have to look at it from her perspective. She's a mama. She just lost a very active father, because we want to make sure we mention that. So I make sure when I'm talking, I'm painting people, especially Black folks, in a very positive light. Yeah. Because it's very easy for people to poke fun of things. But let's remember, this was an active dad. She was a mom out with her new person. She was tired, just kind of overwhelmed going through it. Let's have some compassion, because when it comes to Black women, people don't want to have compassion for us.
They do not.
Never. And if I'm in a space where I can use my voice to help steer that narrative in another direction, then I'm going to always do that.
Yeah, and kudos to you for doing that. So you've built Autumn Joi Live into a recognizable brand with your own award-winning TV show. Yeah. So when did you shift from just having a job in media to seeing yourself as a brand and a business?
Oh, you know what? The saying, people say, oh, you don't have a face for radio, right? Because when you fall in love with those radio personalities and you see them in person, you're like, that face don't match that body, or okay, that voice doesn't match. So, but I've always been told, like, yo, you should definitely like television. And right. So when I've always loved talk shows, of course, like Oprah, Tamron Hall, Sherry Shepherd, Wendy Williams, like all of these women, I watched and I studied and I paid attention, and I was like, I want to do that one day. I know I can do that. So for me, it's not just about, doing a talk show. It's about making sure that, I'm getting people's authentic stories told. Right. And making sure that I'm doing it on a platform where they can feel safe enough to do that. And don't feel like they're going to come on and it's a bunch of gossip and it's not, based on any facts, if you will. And then I also want to make sure that regular folks in our communities are getting the shine that they deserve. Yes, because there's so many great people doing things that nobody talks about. Exactly, like for the Yellow Couch series. Hello, you know. So I do think that when you are a champion for the people, folks are going to always naturally gravitate to you and your brand.
Yeah, always. So what are some of the less glamorous things behind the scenes, like contracts, negotiations, ownership, content rights? And like even you mentioned before, they got new ownership. They cut what I was doing, so I had to go get a job at Enterprise. Yeah. So what's some of those less glamorous behind the scenes things that you learned the hard way?
Girl, constantly getting let go from radio stations. I'm like, I'm tired of getting fired. I need to create something that can be mine, that I'm
not gonna get fired.
I ain't gonna get fired from. I gotta walk on eggshells, And so I created Lit 106, which is a radio station on streaming platforms.
Wow.
And so we're on Apple Music, Spotify, Audilist, Alexa, anywhere you get streamed, anywhere you stream, you can get the radio station. And so I started this station purely out of love for radio, purely just because this is something that I missed. I truly wanted to do, whether it's just me listening to myself, my mama listening, or whoever. So when I started the platform, I started off there, but then I thought about it. I was like, well, there's other people that would love the opportunity to be on the radio, because the opportunities are very few and far between when it comes to commercial radio. So why not create a platform for people that are eager and hungry like myself? Yeah. So people came on board. And then now, fast forward a year later, we reached our millionth listen.
Oh, wow.
Which is amazing.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Considering that you have to be intentional when you listen to us. Yeah. Like, it's not like you could turn on your radio in your car.
And just hear it. Yeah.
Yeah. You have to go and press play and find us. So to know that over the last year, 1 million people at some point in their day hit start on the little baby that I birthed. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's the most amazing feeling, because it's like, this is mine. Yeah. And this is something that no one can take away from me.
Can't nobody come in and buy it and let me go.
Can't nobody fire me.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah. So then what advice would you give to women who want to move from talent to owner in media, entertainment, or content creation?
Do it. I mean, I think, honestly, just do it. Especially, Black women went from being the number one fastest growing group of entrepreneurs and millionaires to now being the number one most unemployed group. You know what I mean? Under this administration. It is insane how Black women are constantly pushed to the back. So I want to encourage anyone out there, because I was one of them. Hello, I was one of them. So create whatever it is that you want to create. Do it now. Okay. I don't care how small it is. I don't care how crazy it may sound to other people or even sound to yourself.
Just do it.
You'd be surprised. I was driving from Fox 5 the other day, and I saw a young Black guy. He had like a bus. It was painted, and on the side it said like Pooch Mobile or something. And you could see the dogs in the bus, and I was like, he is transporting these dogs back and forth. They're probably taking them to doctor's appointments, taking them to get shampoo. But that is such a niche kind of market that he started.
I will pay for that because I have 3 pugs, and I will pay get on this bus.
Listen, and when I saw that, I just smiled to myself, because that was probably an idea that he ran past other people.
And they said, don't do that. That's stupid.
A bus with dogs, and now look.
And hey, it's some demographic of people that would be like, you know what? I'm going to put my dog.
Listen, and he would listen. I know what you're saying. We were up in Silver Spring, so I know what demographic you're talking about. Okay? And they are eating it up.
Do you hear me? Eating that all the way. And you know what people tell me my mom tells me when I buy something for my dog, she's like, they made that just for people like you.
Exactly.
Because my dogs have shoes, socks,
all the things. And I didn't know pugs snort. I learned that the other day. I was like, is that a dog snorting like that? Like, what the heck?
My Black one snorts like it almost sounds like he has asthma. Let me not laugh at him, but he does kind of like waddle around that.
I've always thought that was interesting. I had a golden doodle. His name was Bear. I had to rehome him because we downsized. Mm-hmm. But when I say that was my big baby, oh my goodness, they call them the Karens of the dogs, and I get it. I don't know if you've seen that meme on Instagram. The golden doodles are definitely Karens of the dogs. So,
and you know what? So I have a Black pug, and then a brown one, and then a white one.
Oh, you got the whole spectrum.
Just the whole color rainbow. But the girl, I do call her, I call her Karen.
See?
And then I also call her Carla, because one of my good friends' name is Carla, and they're both like, I call them Sour Patch Kids, because they're sweet on the outside, but then
they got that
sour on it. And so whenever I talk to Carla, I'm like, your little 4-legged counterpart is over here acting just like you. So
I was always cool how dogs take on human traits,
and they do. So, but how do you think about multiple streams of income, like hosting, acting, content, partnerships, foundation, in your own financial strategy?
I mean, that's literally what I'm doing right now. I am for the first time in my adult life, I am a full-time entrepreneur.
Oh, wow.
Like full-time. Like all my money comes from gigs. It comes from hosting. Comes from appearances. And that's the quickest way to become a millionaire, right?
Exactly.
You can't do that. You need multiple streams of income.
Always.
Especially in this economy. I mean, I think that this administration has showed us that you can't even rely on a good government job, as we call them.
You get
you a good government job. That's all I heard growing up. And now look. So I do think that, between COVID and this, it is forcing people to get out of that comfort zone.
You're going to have to pivot.
You have to start that business. There's no way you can fully survive if you don't have at least one other additional stream
you got to. So you've been honored with awards like Best Talk Show, Radio Personality of the Year, and even your own Autumn Joi Day in Prince George's County. When those recognitions started coming, did it change how you saw your responsibility to your audience and your community?
You know what? I'm happy you asked me that, because I downplay myself a lot in my head.
Okay.
Because like people will say, "Oh, Autumn, you're considered a celebrity," and I'm like, "No, I'm not. Like,
you are.
I wear a bonnet and look crazy and just walk around like everybody else. You know what I mean? Like I'm just Autumn Joi, But I had to really sit back and think. You know what? I need to play into that more. Not so much the celebrity where I'm like, glasses on.
Yeah.
Like, not that. But just to carry myself like, well, you know what? If folks look at me in that light, I need to use that to empower people and to bring more attention to whatever it is that is near and dear to my heart. So you
using
know,
that platform in a positive way.
Exactly. Like with my foundation, the Autumn Joi Live Foundation, I work closely with foster youth in Prince George's County. Having my own day, I need to do something community based on that day. You know what I mean? And not just let it kind of sit there.
Okay.
Like really make it a big deal.
I love that.
It's there. So why not feed into that? Yeah. So I'm still teaching myself.
So then let me ask you this, because the next question is, you created the Autumn Joi Live Foundation to support foster youth, single mothers and unhoused women. So what was the moment or experience that made you say, I have to build this? So was it having that platform to say, I need to do more with this? I am this celebrity. I need to stop downplaying me. So let me use this to create something positive.
Well, I'll say this. One of my PDs that I worked with a few years ago, he told me, Autumn, every great radio personality has some sort of initiative or something near and dear to their heart that they use their platform to amplify. Okay. And so it got me to thinking. I was like, okay, what can I do? Who can I uplift? How can I use my platform? And there's so many, there's so many
causes,
that you can go in. And I thought about it. I was like, I want to talk directly to a group of people who are truly sometimes forgotten about and don't always have those opportunities, and foster youth. Yeah. And for me, it's
especially those that age out.
Exactly. Yeah. They're forgotten about. Yeah. They're passed around from home to home. Yeah. They don't really have any champions or people that talk directly to them. And I feel like they would fully be able to appreciate my message and what I have to share. Exactly. So there's a difference between talking to kids that have, all of the things, and they hear me, but it doesn't really like resonate. Yeah. Whereas there's kids that kind of need that. So when I'm talking to them, they're fully attentive. They really want my help. They really are listening. So for me, it was like, okay, foster youth. Yeah. That's who I want to help, because I know that my words will stick and hopefully help them.
Oh, I love that. So, okay. So then how do you see economic security, housing, and mental emotional support intersecting for women and the youth that you serve?
I mean, I think they're all one and the same. Like, it all goes hand in hand, because if you're not mentally stable enough, then you won't be able to fully be able to function. And if you can't function, then you can't go out into the workforce and be productive. So I do think that it all has to start with the mental. And I do think that if your mental stability is stable, everything else will fall in line.
Yeah, it will.
And I'm teaching myself, I have these affirmation cards every morning. I
love that.
Yeah. Every morning I pull, as I'm recording my radio show, I pull an affirmation card and read it to my audience. Okay. And the ones that I've been pulling lately have been talking about forgiving the past and looking forward to the future. You are enough.
That is so hard to do.
All of the things, because I think we've spent so much time speaking to ourselves negatively, or being in situations that weren't necessarily helping us grow, that we forget to speak life into ourselves. Yeah. And so I've been more intentional with that lately, speaking life into myself, looking in the mirror and telling myself, you are beautiful, you are capable, you are enough. Because society and your own mentality will beat you down. So.
And it's easier to believe the negative, lies. The negative, the lies. It is so easy to believe, always easy to, and it takes harder to overcome that versus anything else. So for the women you touch through your foundation, what does real empowerment look like beyond a one-time event or donation? So how can the people out there, besides coming to an event or a donation, what can we do to help you?
Pray, that's always look.
Oh, that always works.
Remember me in your prayers, y'all.
Yeah.
But just, words, for me, it's like, I love words of encouragement, words of affirmation. Okay. If you have a business or a way that you can help out, girl, all of them are my love language. I have learned that, I need a little bit of everything, but if you have like a business, or you want to donate some of your time, or you want to help out, or just come come on out. You know, like even if it's not monetary, like if you just want to be in the room, if you want to meet these kids, these young boys, these young girls, honestly, for me, that's the best way that you can help.
Okay. Yeah. So then, how specifically can NAMBPWC or the Yellow Cow Stories? How can we partner with you or amplify this kind of work? Like, how can we help you to amplify the work that you do for like foster youth, single mothers, and unhoused people?
Yeah, just getting the word out there.
Hey, and we're gonna take care of that.
Listen, hello, okay, just getting the word out there and letting folks know that this is a resource that's available. Okay. Again, I know it's such a niche kind of a area, if you will.
Yeah. But it's a big area though.
Yeah.
It's a big area.
So outside of just like foster youth. Yeah. And so because initially I was just focused on foster youth, but then I had to expand it out to mothers and those in need. So yeah, I mean, whatever ways that
we can give, that we can help. Okay.
Exactly. Yeah.
And of course, pray and spread the word.
Listen, please pray for your girl and all of them, because I've met some of these kids and it will bring tears to your eyes, like their stories and the situations, and not even just the foster youth, the foster parents. Yeah. These are literal angels on earth. Yeah. These are people that are taking on kids that they didn't birth. Yeah. And taking on the responsibility of making sure that they're okay and housed and have food. So
that's hard. It's so hard.
Yeah, that's a hard job. It's such a full circle situation that a lot of people don't pay full attention to or realize how many resources that they truly just need. Even just me facilitating a Thanksgiving dinner or a Christmas like pizza party, having that outlet and getting out the house and doing something with the kids, it goes a long way with these parents. So
that and you know what? That's something I didn't even think about. Yeah. So that's huge too. Yeah. So you pour so much into your audience, whether it be radio, TV, social media, or community work. How do you protect your own energy and your mental health and your boundaries while being on so much?
Yeah. I have learned to post and ghost. When I get on social media, girl, I post and I shut the app down. I'll get something done. I'm a plant mama, so I got plants all in I water my plants. I unpack a box. We just moved. So I protect my mental health by exfoliating things out of my life that no longer serve me.
I love that.
Making sure that I guard what I read and what I watch. Because it's like I used to be so invested in what was going on in the news and people's lives and the Real Housewives. And I'm like, you know what? This is like draining me. So I'm going to stop. So it's just all about gatekeeping what I read and what I listen to even. Because those are all the things that truly form your thoughts and how you feel about yourself. So
because my mom made me stop looking at Snapped.
So not Snap. Whoa, wait a minute.
She was like, you putting too much evil in your and she's a family scientist. So she's like, you putting too much in, she got the fraud and Carl Jung and all them. I'm like, girl.
But I get it though. I went through my Snap period. Yeah. The ID channel, girl. Yes.
Now I just love the ID channel.
Too. Yeah. So a little popcorn.
Forensic files and all of that.
All the things.
Yeah. So when you think about Autumn Joi 10 to 15 years from now, what does expansion look like? Is that more shows? Is that a production company? Is that a network? Is that schools? Something else? What does that look like? 10 to 15 years.
Oh, I will.
In a perfect world.
Oh, listen, it's going to happen. I'm going to have my station is going to be on the FM dial. So Lit 106
I love that.
Is going to be on the FM dial. I've got some stuff that I'm working on now.
Okay.
My nonprofit, will have helped hundreds and thousands of foster youth and just people, period. Right. I'll be in my big, beautiful house with my yacht, what I'm saying, with my boo. Yeah. For me, the sky's the limit. Yeah. Because if you had asked me this question 10 to 15 years ago, I would have never in a million years thought that I was running a fully functioning radio station with other talent and personalities that are on there. I would have never thought that that was a possibility. So what I've told myself is that whatever it is that you want to do, girl, just say it. Yeah. Because the universe, God, they're listening. Yeah. And what happens is when you say it out, everything just starts to form and align in ways that you would have never thought would have formed and aligned. So for me, yeah, that's what it looks like. Prosperity, love, kindness. My boys are successful and healthy. I mean, all positive things, positivity.
I love that, and I love the yacht part because I used to tell people that
listen,
when I retire, I'm going to sail around my yacht in the Amalfi Coast. That's what's going to happen.
I'm working on getting my captain's license. So yeah,
you know what?
Yeah, like I'm serious about it.
I want to do that with you.
Yeah,
I want to do that with you.
I started this past summer. You only have to have 365 hours on the water. Yep. So take your boater safety license, get your card, so you understand how to read the markers and understand the starboard and the port side and all the things, all the little things about the boat. And then so when you do start splitting them sticks and drop, like, because it's easy enough, but you just want to make sure you understand what you're getting yourself into, because over here may look a little deep, but it's a little bit more shallow over there. It's so much that goes into it, girl. That's a whole other podcast.
And you know what, we are gonna do another podcast on that, like black yacht owners or black captains.
Oh, let me know, girl. I know a bunch of them. I can listen.
And you know what?
The couch will be filled up.
Yeah, we're gonna do that one. We're gonna do that one. So, what do you hope young black women coming behind you, especially those watching you from the DMV, see and believe is possible because of your journey?
Anything is possible.
Yeah.
When you get kicked down, you absolutely have the ability to get back up. And also just know that if you win, because you will fail or fall, just fail or fall forward. Okay, because with like the situation I was telling you about before, when I left New York and had to work at Enterprise, I could have very easily just kind of given up and been like, you know what, bump it, that's it, I'm never going to do radio again. No. And yeah, I had to get a regular job. Yeah, that's fine, because guess what, them bills ain't gonna stop. You know, so if you got to stop what you're doing to work, but keep working on your dream, whatever that looks like.
And then knowledge didn't stop, because you said you learned stuff at Enterprise that you use to this day. Yeah. And I think people need to realize, you know what, this is not a stop sign. This may be a yield or a detour that I need to go over here, but I'm going to get back on that track. It's not a stop sign. Yeah.
It's not. Life is ebbs and flows, right?
Always. So, yes. So if you could leave one final word on this yellow couch for black women who are multi-talented, multi-passionate, and maybe a little bit scared to bet on themselves, what would it be? You can speak to me, because sometimes I'll be scared. I'm telling you.
Don't be. Listen, first of all, let's just talk about what you're doing here. Okay? You see what I'm saying? Like, this is amazing. This is, you got your couch. It's a signature color. Yeah. Okay, so that's already going to stand out. You look amazing. You have great cadence. You're doing it. So recognize where you're at right now in this journey, and don't downplay that, because 5 years ago you weren't sitting here. No. 5 years
ago,
even
think about it.
You exactly. Yeah. Same with my radio station. I didn't think. And look. Yeah. So wherever you're at in your journey, be thankful for that, because that is a step in your path, in that you're building brick by brick by brick. Yeah. You are exactly where you're supposed to be, no matter what it looks like. You have to start being thankful and speak positively about yourself wherever you're at in this journey, because it's only going to get better. Yeah. It's only going to get better. If you look at the trajectory of your life, every obstacle that you've ever had, you got over it. Yeah. You lived through it. You survived that relationship, that job, whatever it was, when that bank account was negative or $3, you got through it. And look at where you are now. You've got so much more life ahead of you, girl. And the way that I started looking at my life, I'm 43 now, and I don't mind ever saying my age.
Yeah, I'm 41.
Because I look good. Yeah, I'm 43 now. If you look at it from the perspective, the average woman lives to be about 80, right? So technically, I'm young. Yeah, I'm like a little baby in the second half of my life. So if you look at it from that perspective, I'm here. Yeah. You know, I still have so much more to go, and I plan on making it the best that I possibly can. You know, because why not? Yeah. If nobody else is going to be there to save you and do it for you, you've got to do it yourself. So whoever's watching this, whoever's feeling down and out, or just feels like they're not, you're doing it. You're doing it.
I love that.
You are doing it. If you're not doing it, do it. Yeah. Like I know I keep saying do it, but just do it.
Yeah.
Just literally just start it. Yeah. We got Chat GPT now. Put it in Chat GPT. Hey, this is my idea. What can I do? What are some steps I can start to? We have so many resources at our fingertips.
Yeah, and ChatGPT, I make that my personal
assistant. Best friend, therapist, all of the things.
All of that. I know ChatGPT. Hate
to see me coming. I am not dating my ChatGPT. I see that's a thing now. People are dating their AI. Yeah, I won't be doing that. But everything else, yeah. Everybody's looking at me like, what? Yeah, that's a thing.
I do give it.
That's a thing.
I do tell it you need to boost my mood, but I don't know about it.
Yeah, no, people are forming emotional attachments to their chat. And I'm looking like, okay, if you say so. Yeah. But yes, everything else I'm good with.
So Autumn, thank you for joining us and for pouring so much of your heart, wisdom, and light onto this couch today. Yeah. Your journey reminds us that a voice can be more than entertainment. It can be a tool for healing, connection, and empowerment, which I can say you did just empower me. Aww. You have shown what it means to stand firmly in your authenticity while navigating an industry that does not always make space for Black women to shine. Mm-hmm. And beyond the studio and the stage, your commitment to women, youth, and community through your foundation is a testament to your purpose. Your work reflects the mission of NANBPWC by uplifting, protecting, and advancing the interests of African American business and professional women by building platforms, telling truth, and creating opportunity. So thank you for using your gifts to inspire and transform. It has been an honor to share this moment and this couch with you on the Yellow Couch Stories. And I just want to say, you know what? I'm going to go out and just do it. Just gonna do it today. So thank you for being here. Thank you for your inspiration, and thank you just for everything.
Of course, thank you for having me, and I'm gonna check up on you too.
And you know what? I need that accountability.
So, like, girl, did you just do it?
Yeah, and next time you see me, I'm gonna be working on that captain's license because we're gonna race our yachts. We're gonna race our yachts.
Lips to God's ears, girl. Let's do it. Why not?
Yeah, we're gonna race them yachts around, and we're gonna be there for the Monaco Grand Prix.
Oh,
yeah, we're gonna back our yachts
up, girl. I'm gonna be like, girl, where you at? Backing it up.
Yeah, we're gonna back our yachts up at the Monaco Grand Prix and just have us a good old time.
Let's do it.
And I'm gonna say within 5 years.
Oh, I say we can do it in 4.
Let's shake on it.
Listen, so heard it here first.
Heard it here on the Yellow Couch in 4 years. Me and Autumn Joi gonna be backing our yachts in at the Monaco Grand Prix. So we will see you next week, and thank you for joining us.